Hey guys, how's it going? I just thought I would do a short video to talk to you about my new single Space and how I put it all together. So this has been very much a DIY project. During lockdown these last few months, I've spent a lot of time watching various YouTube tutorials for release strategies, photo manipulation, and even cutting my own hair. Oh, and I finally got my merch store up and running, so check out this fresh new design. You can check it out on DigiJam, which is my store. I'll put a link in the description down below. I started recording the single back in February. I live in the city in Bristol, next to a pretty busy bus route, so it's not the ideal location to be recording music. However, on the other side of the house, in the bedroom, I have a little corner which is pretty quiet, so that's where I set up my microphones to record. The instrument I'm using in this track is called a ravbast, and it's a steel tongue drum from Russia. It's got the most amazing sound. If you've watched my previous videos, you may know I have hearing aids because I have hearing loss and tinnitus. So the mixing and mastering phase of this process was probably the most time consuming and difficult. Thankfully, I've got a lot of music production friends who are able to check out my work and make sure I hadn't done anything awful. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Tom, Stu, Kyle, James and Will. Thank you so much for listening to my stuff. I wouldn't have been able to finish this project without you. Over the years, I've been slowly improving my photography skills. I've done a bunch of photo projects where I have to take a photo every day or one photo a week, which is what I'm doing right now. I've also had quite an obsession with levitation photography. Whilst browsing the Bristol Photographers group on Facebook, I stumbled upon a cool technique called double exposure photography. So I watched a whole bunch of YouTube tutorials learning how to do it using photo editing software called GIMP, which is basically Photoshop but open source and free. So we're currently in lockdown, so I haven't been able to get out and do an official video anywhere. So instead I decided to do an animated music video. Several years ago I bought some animation software called Anime Studio Debut, which is about 30 quid. It's pretty old but it still does the job. I had dabbled a little bit in animation in the past. In my old band Strobe Circus I once made an animated video which took me about a year to make. This was because I was starting completely from scratch and didn't know anything about animation, so it was quite a learning process. Thankfully this new video didn't take quite as long. To save time, I used some scenes from a previous video I'd made, but I also created a completely new scene of the suspension bridge here in Bristol. The final editing was done in iMovie, and of course I'll put the link to the videos in the description. In my house I don't have a completely clear wall to take my photos up against, so I bought a pop-up backdrop. Nice one guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you for listening to my track so far. All the links and stuff are in the description. I've even included some of the tutorials I've been watching. So yeah, peace, see you later.